afternoon, my brother.
Good afternoon.
Can we know you, please?
I'm Mr. Emmanuel.
Nice meeting you, Mr. Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Now, I want you to see yourself as one of our representatives who
Okay.
has, you know, gone to Abuja to represent masses
Okay.
in their various community. Because a lot of the representative will promise, when I get there, I will make sure that I signed, I pass a bill that will cater for free education. I will pass bill that will cater for shelter. I will pass bill that will cater for unemployment. Now it seems that now that some of them are there, what we are hearing is about increment in their salary, allowances and other take home, and we are hearing about planning to acquire bulletproof cars for our legislators. Now we want you to see yourself as one of them. Would you be part of those that will be passing such bill or providing themselves
For the masses.
benefits?
Provide themselves for the masses.
Okay, which
Like you said, I should put myself in the shoes
if,
of the leader, the
yes,
elected ones.
yes,
Okay.
who promise the masses, when I get there I will do this, I will do that. Sorry,
Like
hold on. Oh, okay, go ahead.
as a leader, is the main duty of a leader is to serve. You get so if you are a leader and you're not serving, means you are a corrupt leader. So and if you serve the people that vote you in, it will go a long way. They might also vote for you for a second tenure. Like, take for the case of Nelson Mandela. You know, he served the country with his heart and his body and with all his resource. And he's even remembered even when he's dead and gone. Okay, so if our leaders can be like the likes of Nelson Mandela, it will go a long way. Not a situation whereby times of election will come in and people will be debating, fighting here and there. You get so like in the case of the situation of Nigeria now, I'm really like annoyed with the present president because he's not doing anything. I can even say Buhari is better because this subsidy of fuel it's not helping the masses at all. And cases of employment is still low. Accident of roads, they are trying with their construction, but the major issue electricity and employment. Then they should also work on the aspect of education. Like some countries, they approve free education in some certain civilized countries, while some are not. But Nigeria is filled with natural resources, so even the resource in the country is enough to take care of everybody. You get so to me, the leaders should really work on themselves because they are not giving a good example. And if they keep it this way, any other person that comes in will still be corrupt. So, to me, I would advise citizens to protest because it seems we're afraid to protest. So, like in the US, if two or three people gather with cardboard paper and all that, writing things on the street, others will join them. But Nigeria is not like that because everybody's afraid. Because the upper hands, they oppress a lot. So, nobody will want to risk their lives. So, left for me, they should protest, they should put things in place, and the leaders should try and change. That's all I have to say.
That's the reason why we are here, to hear from people, because we know by the time they protest it may lead to what we don't want. You understand?
So,
That's why we are going to different locations to ask people what their opinion is. So
so
on the, you made mention of subsidy. You
yeah.
know, like every other candidate said before they even part of their campaign is they are going to remove subsidy. So
So,
let's assume that subsidy has been removed. The solution now, the solution now is to really cater for unemployment.
yeah,
You know,
unemployment, and they should at least talk to the manufacturers because price of everything is getting up. They will tell you it's the government, They'll tell you that even the producers are inflating things. Look at bag of rice, for example, now is up. Not every family member can meet up to those demands. Like situation whereby you see a man and a woman, they'll have like 3 to 4 kids. They can't even afford a bag of rice anymore. You get things are high, They should work on it. Bag of beans and all that. Because the most important thing that keeps an individual to survive is food. You get without food, an hungry man is an angry man. Okay, so they should also work on the price of products, and they should do more of manufacturing because they do more of importation. They should improve the countries. It will help a lot.
So what of uh, what some people said that the reason why our representatives they are after their own interest is because they have spent so much money, so they need to go there as matter of urgency. They need to make sure to get their what they have spent so far back because they don't know what will happen next. So that's why they are there asking for increment in salary. They're asking for cars, bulletproof car, and the rest of them. So, like I asked you earlier, will you ask as those or you will be exceptional? Yeah, I know you have answered indirectly by saying they shouldn't do that. Will you? Because some people are saying every Nigerians are corrupt. Are you in support of that?
Not every Nigerians. We have lots of good Nigerians, but it's like the good ones. They're not giving them the opportunity to do the positive things. You get. If I happen to be a president tomorrow, I'll definitely set a good example. There are lots of good people. You get. So it's just a matter of honesty and accountability. So if you are being honest, the masses or your followers will be happy to vote you in for the second time. So that's just the thing. Take example of the current governor of Delta State, that's Sheriff Eberowori. He's a good leader. You get. I actually have worked for his family. I've worked for his son before migrating to have my own business. They are nice people. They always take care of their staffs and all that. So when it's time for his election, people are willing to die for him. You get. So if you set a good example, you have more followers, and it will go a long way. Even when you are dead, they will talk good things about you.
I love the fact that you mentioned this. You won't believe that most of these people that we are complaining about, like you just give an example of one person that you know that you have opportunity to work with,
Yeah.
it maybe closely or not too close,
Closely.
but so now meaning that this individual is not as if they are completely bad like that. They
Sure.
have their own good side, but we don't really see that other side. I think Nigerians in general, maybe because of the different how will I say different mind coming together
Sure.
to when you have one or two three people to agree on something, maybe they want to move Nigeria forward. If their opinion or their idea is not, you know, are you getting my
Sure. Sure.
you understand? I think that's the problem we are having because I love the fact that you mention somebody that you have opportunity to work with the person
Yeah.
and the person is very nice. They always take care of their all these politicians that I'm talking about. I know that anytime I have opportunity to meet whether they are secure, like let me give you another example. Obanikoro, I never liked that man. I was never in support. But when I met somebody that have worked with him before, the man said Obanikoro was a very good person when he was. I was like, listen, if this person is a good person to this few man, it should be good to
In
help.
general,
God bless you. That is it. So just in summary, just advise how do you think people should work in order to make sure Nigeria stand.
to me, the only way is by protesting because we are the government. We voted them in, so we are the government. Our voice is louder than you get. They cannot intimidate us with money and whatever. We own the resource. So I think protesting is the best because by the time we protest, or we're not afraid of any force like maybe the military or whatever, it will go a long way. They will see it on the news, and those on top will have a change of heart. That's just the best thing to do.
Are you aware that are scared. They won't allow any protest. Listen, your opinion, I think I understand you. But if we look at it from Nigeria mentality, our
So
protest always, turn to something we don't want.
the truth is, the civilians are more than the forces.
Of
Yeah.
course,
So,
of course.
and there's a saying right from the day of John the Baptist, the kingdom of God suffered violence. There's a saying like that. So, if they want it in a violence way, we'll do it with them. Of which they cannot, they can't start killing everybody,
Of course, of
because if
course.
they kill everybody, there's nobody to vote for them. Maybe the police officer will do the vote. You understand?
Okay,
And they will not enjoy the country.
okay.
So we own the government.
Let me put
We
let me
are we
put
are the politics itself.
let me try and explain something. I was once like that saying we need to protest, we need to protest. But I've come to realize that protest in Nigeria won't solve any issue. Remember the last NSAS, they were saying, let your leader come and have dialogue with us. There was no leader during NSAS. And if there is no leader, we won't have common say. Do you understand? Do you agree with
But the
me?
protest went a long way too, because there's no more SARS. There's no more SARS are
Yes,
not more active as before.
yes.
You know how many luxurious cars they seized that period. You know how many innocent ones
Okay,
they harassed and all that. During that period, guys cannot even dress first. People dress tattered just to disguise themselves. Get so we should have freedom.
I get
Yeah,
you.
you go to some countries, you see teenagers they own Bentley, they own sport cars
Of course,
because
sure.
their brains are resourceful. They create mobile apps, people download and they get money online. So it's not everybody that is a scam.
God bless
So Nigerian government should really calm down and reason out things to the individuals, because the way I'm seeing the country, there will be bloodshed very soon. And
you. We don't pray for
we
that.
are going to focus on the top men. Maybe politicians will start driving bicycles and they will not be using their luxurious cars, because very soon they will start busting their escorts and all that. And we don't mind losing our life.
That,
That's
that,
just the basic truth.
that is why we are saying that they should be careful how they spend Nigerian money. That is the reason why we are saying people are not happy.
The truth is, I feel the government don't want the citizens to exercise their freedom, because take a look at the issue of money withdrawal now. You know, previously you can use your ATM card to withdraw 1 million or more,
Yes.
but now they've reduced the rate of withdrawal, and you know they're like suffocating us not to have freedom to do other things. Nigeria has a lot of top businessmen, all of which such things they do will affect people's business. You get, so they really need to sit down, and in fact they're supposed to be happy that their citizens are doing well,
Do well,
not doing
good.
things to suffocate citizens. So,
I think what we are lacking is a proper orientation.
and another thing, they should try and be voting younger people these days, because to me the presidential candidates these days they are too old. You can imagine someone on the presidential seat looking like a sickler. I'm sorry to say.
No, I get you.
I know those people they are into some certain cartels, but they should at least voting people of within the age of 45, 50 years of age. Those people they have sound mind and they are energetic.
Hmm.
So we don't really need old people on that seat.
Me, I was even thinking that maybe people should stop voting for rich people, people that are telling them take take a bag of rice, take cup of rice, take money. Vote for people that doesn't, the who does not have anything. You understand? Because the rich people that you think they have money already, they are going to, take care of your problems. They are the one looting your money in billions. Don't you think so?
Apart from voting the rich people, I would suggest they should vote in people that have good records. Like using the case of Peter Obi now, he has a good record. Like this governor Godswill Akpabio, he has a good record. You know, there are other good people around. So it depends on the record. If you have integrity on seats, such people should be voted in. It's not whether being wealthy or not. Once you have integrity, you can also vote in a poor man that does not have integrity.
That is corrupt.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's true.
so
That's true.
it's all about accountability.
Initially, I was like asking myself, who, what is our problem, Nigerians? Is it our, because some people are saying politicians is our problem. Some politicians are saying masses are the problem, because some politicians says in a day masses will come to their doorstep, knock at their door, telling them they are in problem, they couldn't afford to pay their children's school fees, they can, which I think is normal because you promise them to come and be knocking at your door anytime they have problem, abi, because if you give them empowerment, I think they wouldn't be coming to knock at your door. If they do, you will send them back. What do you think about that?
Come again. I didn't get the question properly. I was distracted. Yeah, yeah,
Some politicians,
yeah.
they said
Mm-hmm.
masses, many people will come to their house to come and ask for money.
Okay.
Many people, numbers of people that will come to their houses to come and beg for money. Me, I'm now saying that it is
Mm-hmm.
not those people's fault, because when they fail, when the politicians fail to empower them, do you understand, why won't they come? Because they are the one that fought before you get to that position. Do you understand? So I'm only saying that if you are blaming the politician who will think there is the people to blame, we should also talk to ourselves. Do you understand? Not to depend everything on them.
Sure, that's true. That's true. Normally, from my own observation, majority of Nigerians are self-employed now, so
Majority,
they
yes.
don't really need a big man or a politician to give them money all the time. The only thing they have to do is to create resource. Take Lagos State as an example. Now, Lagos is a place that encourages street life. There are some places you go, you see people living under the bridge and all that. Compared to other states, it's not common. So Lagos accommodates street life and support, but they should create resources, because if there is resource, there's abundance of resource like employment, education, and all that. The masses will do better. They will do better, and the rate of poverty will reduce. So no, I don't really have much to say because I'm really really angry right now doing this
No, no,
interview section.
no.
So that is all. That's all.
That's why I'm saying this is not an interview, this is a chat.
Yeah.
Me, I always want to hear from people, have, time with people,
Yeah.
to because everybody is going through this. So
Sure.
I would like to say thank you so much for your time.
No
I
problem.
really
Yeah.
appreciate this.
Okay.
Nice speaking with you.
God bless you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.